East Tennessee Children's Hospital is warning parents about RSV. The hospital reports more than 380 positive tests this season. The peak was around Christmas. The illness is a cold-like virus that makes it hard to breathe. Children says while numbers are similar to years past, the illness is more severe this season. More babies are needing intensive care to get over it. The Centers for Disease Control says RSV usually causes mild cold-like symptoms. Most people recover in about a week or two, and almost every child gets it by their second birthday. But the illness can be especially serious for infants. The health department says wait times at emergency rooms in our